In the ancient lands of Canaan, a young woman named Leah lived in the shadow of her beautiful sister, Rachel. Leah was the eldest daughter of Laban, a wealthy man, and while Rachel was adored by all, Leah was often overlooked. Her eyes were described as tender, a phrase that perhaps implied her inner beauty, but she was not considered as physically striking as Rachel. Leah's story begins when Jacob, a relative of their family, arrived in Laban's household. Jacob quickly fell in love with Rachel, captivated by her beauty. He asked Laban for her hand in marriage and agreed to work for 7 years in exchange for marrying Rachel. Jacob's love was so deep that the 7 years seemed to pass quickly. However, when the time came for the wedding, Laban deceived Jacob. On the wedding night, instead of giving him Rachel, Laban sent Leah into the marriage tent. Due to the customs of the time, Leah's face would have been veiled, and Jacob didn't realize the switch until the next morning. He was furious when he discovered the deception. Laban defended his actions, saying it was not their custom to marry off the younger daughter before the elder. He then offered Rachel to Jacob as well, but only if Jacob would work for another 7 years. Jacob agreed, and soon after, he married Rachel too. Leah was now a wife, but it was clear that Jacob's heart belonged to Rachel. Leah's life from that point was filled with longing for love and attention. She desired Jacob's affection, but it always seemed to be beyond her reach. Yet, God saw Leah's sorrow and opened her womb while Rachel remained barren. Leah gave birth to a son, Reuben, and she thought, "Now my husband will love me." But Jacob's heart didn't change. Leah had more children, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, each time hoping to win Jacob's love. But her desire for Jacob's affection continued to go unfulfilled. She even gave her maidservant to Jacob, following the custom of the time, to bear more children on her behalf. Leah eventually bore 6 sons and 1 daughter, Dinah. Through her journey, Leah slowly shifted her focus from seeking Jacob's approval to finding her worth in something greater. When she gave birth to her 4th son, Judah, Leah praised God and said, "This time I will praise the Lord." This marked a significant change in her heart. Rather than being consumed by her longing for Jacob's love, Leah found peace in God's provision and purpose for her life. Despite the challenges of being the less loved wife, Leah's legacy became significant. Her son Levi would become the father of the priestly tribe, and Judah, her 4th son, would become the ancestor of kings, including King David and, eventually, Jesus Christ. Leah's story teaches us that even when we feel unseen or unloved by others, we are never unnoticed by God. He sees our struggles, hears our prayers, and has a plan for our lives that often reaches far beyond what we can imagine. Though Leah's journey was marked by pain, her faith and perseverance allowed her to leave a lasting impact, showing us the beauty of trusting in God's love above all else. This story brings to light Leah's emotional journey from longing for human love to finding her worth in God, highlighting her resilience and faith